So we're out here today to walk you through our spraying process. Today we're going to take you through our foliar spraying process on our farm, all the way from mixing the products at the shed right through to cleaning up the sprayer at the end of the job. When most people hear the word spraying, they immediately think of herbicides or pesticides, but on our regenerative farm, we don't use that sort of thing. We use products for plant nutrition and soil health, like soil biology, etc. Typically, we'll use things like some sort of nitrogen source, products like zinc, boron, sulfur, potassium, to address the known deficiencies in our soils. And then we'll use things like compost extract and our own sort of brewed beneficial anaerobic microbes to increase our nutrient cycling, plant health, soil health, and establish better overall system resilience. So everything actually starts out in the paddock. We go to the paddock, we take soil tests and plant tissue tests, and going off the results of those, we can then tailor a batch or a foliar spray to target the deficiencies that the plants in the paddock are experiencing. Once we have that mix known, we will go out, buy the products that are needed, and once we have them here, we'll start the mixing process. Once all the products that are going into the mix are known, we'll throw together a small batch and jar test it to make sure that the products are all compatible with each other and don't cause any unknown consequences once they're all mixed together. Once we're happy with the jar test, we'll then begin mixing batches for application. We'll start by adding water to the mix tank, and then according to how we mixed it for the jar test, we will add those products all in order, and once everything's added together and agitated well to form a uniform solution, we will add it to the spray tank. Our spray tank is a fairly small one, only 2,500 liters. We spray out at about 100 liters a hectare, which provides a good balance between good coverage for the plants and also efficiency of operation. Once our spray rig is loaded, we'll head out to the paddock and get going. We've loaded the spray rig up at the shed. Come down to the field now and we're about to get going. There's a few processes we work through before we actually start the spraying. Once we arrive at the field, we'll unfold the sprayer, get it set up for operation. We'll run a short nozzle rinse check to make sure that they're all spraying properly with an even pattern. We'll adjust the boom height to make sure it's getting a perfect coverage of the crop, whether it's higher or lower. We'll also assess the environmental conditions, including wind speed, temperature, and so on. We will continue to monitor these conditions while we're spraying. Once this is all set up and weather is good, spraying commences. Modern sprayers like ours use GPS and auto steer, automatic rate control to maintain accuracy across the paddock, and as the ground speed changes, the system will adjust the flow to maintain the target application rate, in our case 100 liters per hectare. Even so, whoever's operating the machine needs to be constantly monitoring the pressures, the flow rates, and coverage to make sure that everything is applied accurately. Wind, weather, and other factors also need to be monitored as the spraying continues. The objective here is not just to spray a paddock, but to apply all the inputs precisely where and when they're needed. Once the spray tank has been emptied, the boom and nozzles are rinsed in the field to prevent any residual buildup in the system, and even biological and nutritional products can definitely cause blockages or contamination if left to dry. Then back at the shed, the tank of the sprayer is thoroughly rinsed out. All the filters are cleaned, and again the nozzles are rinsed to make sure that everything is going to flow well the next time we take the spray rig out. Finally, all the records of what we've sprayed out, which paddocks were sprayed, etc. are all recorded to make sure that we know exactly what went on to each paddock and have a clear record of what's going on. These records are stored online in a cloud-based system where we can access the full history of all the paddocks and compare and contrast different approaches.